Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A very great day for me. Why? Because I watched this senator, US senator, one of the 100 of this great nation, and the president. And when I hear these guys talking, I gain courage. Because when I listen to myself and I listen to my broken English, I'm saying, whew, listen to those guys. I'm pretty good. And that is bad. If I sound better than a native-born American like Senator Fetterman or like President of the United States Biden, that's something bad, okay? And at least I think that makes sense. You know, sometimes I stuttered when, different reasons why. But here you have these guys in their normality talking to us, and I have this video showing this senator Fetterman from Pennsylvania talking to you and I. And I want to make this like very much so you can hear it right there. And are you ready? And first, I want you to hear, first, see if you understand anything out of this. They're talking about a bridge that was rebuilt with the funds coming probably from the federal government. And he's thanking, he's looking at President Biden like President Biden. All right, ready? So let's bring this closer here. And this is Fetterman here, the big guy who doesn't have the decency to wear suits. I don't care. You can give me all his blah, blah, blah. You wear suits. That's disrespectful. The same with Zelensky. But hey, I think he's a Zelensky as well. So no wonder here. Ready? Let me make it bigger so we make sure we got it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Superstar. Let's go.
And now I'm standing next to the president again, next to a collapsed bridge here. And he is here to commit to work with the governor and the delegation to make sure that we get this fixed quick, fast as well too. This is a president that is committed to infrastructure. Yeah, and then on top of that, the dual kind of a law of the
infrastructure, I think he wants to say.
Bridges all across like this, all across America getting rebuilt. And the delegation to make sure that we get this fixed quick, fast as well too. This is a president that is committed to infrastructure. Yeah, and then on top of that, the dual kind of a law of the inflation bill that is going to make sure that there's going to be bridges all across like this, all across America getting rebuilt. It's a pleasure to be here and to introduce my friend, Congressman Boyle Bile.
Which is not Boyle Bile, it's a different one. I covered that if you remember. It's not Boyle. Anyway, so this is the guy. This is a senator. So I think I'm doing pretty well with my English. I don't want to hear you ever complain about it. Not that you did. But you got those guys, him and Biden, versus me. The fantastic, anyway. So that's the thing. You gain courage when you listen to these guys and you say, oh, those are senator and a president. I sound pretty well, pretty good. Well, he doesn't have, I don't think it's a matter of, the connection between that and that. I think it's more than that. And if you have this little thing, remember, let's say you have this guy showing up maybe 50 years ago, more than 50 years ago, and put him in front of an audience and let him speak. He would be laughed the shit out of everything. Get up, out. Now, we all nod. Yeah, that was very, very deep infraction speech over there. Yes, he loved infraction. Yes, a lot infraction. Yes. And what was the jewel? I don't understand the jewel. The jewel. What was that? And everybody around there was very serious. Even though if you would look on his right, on the left of the screen, the guys are like, Jesus Christ. Just watch their heads. So, my friends. That's what happened. There was one reason also why I started this thing here. Because I looked and I watched the guys at CNN, Fox, MSNBC, and wherever I looked and I said, Look at those guys. Those are weasels. And that was another reason why I said, you know what? I shouldn't be, I shouldn't, because sometimes you don't get into something because you feel not good enough, but you say, well, maybe I don't know everything. Maybe, the key word is everything. Maybe, I shouldn't, you have common sense, or we call it in Romanian, bun simț. That means you have a good sense. You stay away from it. All right, maybe let other people talk. When you have these guys talking, you say, whoa, whew, I think I'm good. And then you gain courage. That's what I did with these things. I was like, I can't keep my mouth shut now. Look at these guys. These are not only lying, they're not even smart, and they're not even funny. Those guys in comedy and all that, called Bert and all those guys, they are so dry, like I don't want to give you an analogy, but you know exactly what I mean. Even though, anyway, let's move on. So I was like, these guys are funny? It was bad enough when I watched Leno. Was it Jay Leno, whatever his name, Leno? I was like, what's wrong with that face? What's wrong with that guy? And he's funny. He was cracking 2 jokes in an hour. And everybody was, yeah. I was like, and that is the level. Wow. So, the same is here. I'm doing a great job when I look around. So I hope you do the same thing. I hope you just look around and say, wait a minute. Why should I keep my mouth shut? Let these guys speak. Let them shine. Let they, tell everybody how things are. No. Oppose that. Give an alternative. Yes. What was that? Infraction? Alternative. Anyway, my friends. Well, this is my third language. It's not my first language, so I don't want to. I'm doing a better job than Fetterman and Biden, I tell you that. And that one is an elected president, the other one is an elected senator. So I'm doing fantastic. Let me put my medal here, all right? Or maybe my. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.